guaranteed information. Couple shots rattled off. Still no damage done here in the pistol. And Falcons about to fly into this B-bomb site.
I love this angle with a rifle, with dualies, with the recoil of the dualies. When you have to spam them, it's very difficult, and certainly difficult when you get dinked immediately. That goosh forces him into dark, and he'll eventually be finished off. Does well at least to find Dupree, but that's all. Goofy has the flash and the kit. That could be critical because Kylar has found Snappy.
Yeah, good point coming through there. We're going to have to keep an eye and see if that is going to be coming into the equation or not. Madden doesn't really have a great post-plant position to work with, so he's just forcing the fight into decon. There's that flash you were referring to! Sunpires, though, will still find a kill. Rattling off the shots, Matt just catches the flank. Great timing as he steps his way into that one, and Falcons open up their account first.
Yeah, too many players in the same position there. Very, very comfortable for Falcons.
Wasn't a part of the team yet, so this is probably this would be the first time that Glaive has played against Dupree on the server. At least dating back to post-Astralis.
Indeed. Opening comes through for Madden on the Mac 10. Now, CT Ven, that position is going to be known about because there are multiple players on the site. They don't know about it just yet, but it looks like it's only going to be the one. Snappy does it nice. Poddy, nice shot on Dupree. Dupree had lightning starts in the games we've seen from Falcons in this tournament, but stopped a little bit early on. Doesn't matter when it's a clean start. That scout headshot from Poddy was nice. That's one of the type of kills. I know that's against USPs, but I think it's a good example to make that Magis has looked particularly comfortable with recently. And talking about being comfortable, Snappy loves calling this round. Fast A again, and this time it's going to work to absolute perfection. Goofy tries his best with a smoke bang on Magis, but he kicked off the round with those 2 kills. Straight in there, Sunpires has found SDY, and the first gun round
throwing everything at them, and they know that ENCE haven't been together for very long at all, right? So they wouldn't really have the protocols in place to know exactly how they want to deal with those types of executes.
Yeah, I think it was either Kylo or Goofy said to Mike yesterday that they've practiced like, what, 5 times or something, if
there
that.
You go. Yeah.
So
all you need to know, right?
The other partner team, of course, we've got here in ENCE make the final against Complexity. That slot will go to an ESL World Ranking slot instead. But ENCE trailing 5-0 at the moment on all. Grey screen for Sunpires. Still wins the duel against Glaive. Very slow start to the game from Glaive, and that is a critical kill he shouldn't have given up.
Yeah, should have had that frag dead to right. Unfortunately, after he goes down, that relinquishes full side control here to Falcons as they get themselves in towards B. But this time, ENCE will certainly have a good shot at making the retake happen. Sunpires actually able to keep himself in the corner there, but now a smoke obstructs his vision. Lots of fights being taken. Snappy realizes he's got to try play the long game here. They can't give up these fights early to ENCE. They've got to force them deep into the bomb site before they can get these gunfights. And this is a really good reposition coming through from Snappy because he knows he has his back covered. How on earth do you even try take a fair fight in that regard? He'll avoid the wall bang, and I don't even know if this one's accomplishable for ENCE anymore.
2v2, look at the time on the clock. That red line is creeping ever further, and Dupree will finish it off toward Poddy. That is a great recovery from Falcons, and it feels so comfortable for them right now.
Back into the game we go. Team Falcons, 6 rounds on the board inside of the first 6 ENCE. They've had consistent gun rounds here because they keep players alive in these rounds that they're losing, so hasn't been a problem of not having the weapons that they need. They just need to get the points on the board. Good opening kill. Goofy able to deal with Snappy in that forward position early on in the round, and that's what we need to see from ENCE. We need to see them forcing Falcons to respect them here on the C side. Yeah,
and it's that Polish duo of Goofy and Kylar that have been so impactful for ENCE when they have, of course, had the... Can ENCE find a way to get off the board? Smokes will come through. Kylar ready, but Falcons could be even more ready to pounce at a timing in toward A.
Very good usage as well. Gonna net them a frag for free. Dupree doubles down off the back of that nade kill. He's found the ramp player as well, and Madden outside has taken down Poddy. So even when Falcons do have a bit more of a slower approach, it's still the same result. Kyler's just trying to find that outside player. In the meantime, Falcons have already taken full control of that B bomb site. It's a consolation kill, but Falcons will continue their flawless start here to nuke.
If that's the case, ENCE are very much in the game, and they can easily build up a streak, of course, on CT too. But It's this sort of buy that's going to have to try and do it, you'd think. Kylar, oh, he's just leaping over the top of all of them, and he gets 2 kills from it. Well, that's one way to do it, ENCE, and one way to do it for Kylar. 1 HP to spare could get ENCE on the board.
Yeah, he was so brave there, man, charging through the flames to get into the position he does, which nets him that vital multi-kill. Just a single hit point left to his name.
And I'll give them a chance to keep breaking down that Falcons money, which got a bit out of control for a few rounds.
Yeah, 1 kill finally coming back here for Falcons. Sunpius knows he's got another player trapped in towards Mini. That's why there's some support coming through for him. Sunpius will dispatch of SDY, though. He wants to make sure that that AWP is not recoverable. And there we go, round over. SDY offers himself up to Kyler, who concludes proceedings. He started off the round, and he will finish it for ENCE as well.
In 2 very different positions as well. One of them leaping off of top hut.
Further damage inflicted. How on earth does he try and get himself out of here? He needs Goofy to bail him out. I think Goofy's undetected for now, and with all the focus on SDY, he has to find a way here to affect the situation, and a kill will come through from Goofy. SDY activates off the back of that. Good work between them, but Goofy has now been left to his own devices. However, I think Glaive might try and assist him. No, he'll be taken down. Goofy continues to frag, but eventually is felled as well.
Great attempt from Goofy. I'm afraid it might not be enough. It's Poddy, the new boy, the Finnish star on the Finnish organization from their academy, touted by Nertz and Nico as their one to watch from last year and for the future. He's in a 1 versus 2, and he's positioned himself very well, but it's all down to timing. How long does he stay stock solid on the outside angle? The answer is maybe not long enough. He's switching between the 2. Good reaction. It's now down to Dupree. 1v1. 30 seconds and the mind games begin. Dupree has got good util. But I think the information is the most key thing here. Poddy's trying to work his way back round, and Dupree is just shifting forward. The clock, the internal clock of Poddy. He almost got it spot on, but he turns back round at the worst possible moment.
Oh, he had the read, didn't he? It looked like he was feeling it there, man. Just a very good idea of what was going on. He positioned himself perfectly as well. First frag was a good one. Unfortunately, betrayed by the timing. And how's that from Dupree as well? Just tracks and traces Poddy down. He hunts him, man. That's a big round there for Falcons to make sure ENCE can't get any momentum.
A closer half. Sadly for him, it goes the other way, but he will kick off round 10.
Yeah, big kill coming through. Madden not able to get the control towards Secret, which he so desperately desired, just to try and force ENCE to readjust that setup. So Falcons will have to do without that extra avenue. Have been able to get a couple players posted up in Garage. The bomb still dropped at the bottom of Silo. Magic is playing that inside role, which he does so often for the T side, but... Oh, Kyler. This is so sneaky, man. With only 30 seconds on the clock as well, there's just no way this gets cleared by Dupree. And the frag is for free.
Sappy's going to try and do his best to trade that, and he actually will connect on Kylar. So 3v4, but there are 3 players near the A site. Glaive on rafters. Can he get off the board? He can. And Goofy will activate as well. It's all down to Snappy. He is stuck. SDY finds his. And if this 8-4 is a possibility, then if it becomes a reality, ENCE just haven't been able to convert some opportunities they've been obviously provided to them.
Yeah.
Falcons have had 4 opening kills, whereas ENCE, they've had 6. And they only have 2 rounds to show for it. There's another one from Goofy. That is his 4th opening in this game. And Glaive, on a secondary AWP, we've seen it work for him in the past, will work again toward his counterpart IGL.
Oh, Dupree so close to getting the kill there on Kyler. Looking to just try and flip things up. They know there's an AWP outside. They know they forced Glaive down. And there's actually a second player in towards Secret here as well. So, ENCE, sure, it's an even numbers game, but there's only 1 player towards the top side of the map. That's Poddy! And he hits a very big shot there. The AWP's just raining death and devastation on Falcons. Dupree left alone, has to recover the C4. And have a very good idea of where he is positioned as well.
Got plenty of utility. He's convinced that Poddy could still be around that smoking credit card, but he's scarpered. Bomb will be picked up, and Dupree has a decision to make. It's going to be the A site, but unfortunately, there's a certain man here that should be able to put a stop to it. It's his old friend Glaive. And Dupree doesn't realize he's that close at all. Important third for ENCE. They are in this game and trying to work their way back to that 8-4.
They're fighting tooth and nail right now, trying to give themselves as good a chance as possible going into their T side.
Low it does go, and there we go. So they do get the 3 rifles, but it's 2 MAC-10s to go alongside them.
Yeah, a couple of Galils to subsidize as well. Dupree looking to try and take the fight to his opponents. Kyler catches him with the nade out. Able to avoid the trade, at least initially. Magisk is desperately looking for the trade. He does get baited into Goofy, and Kyler's able to resettle himself on the defense. Eventually, Madden will cull him, but it's a 1 versus 2.
Only a MAC-10, but he finds the AK off the ground, tries to go for the swing, but SDY puts a stop to it. And ENCE, well, they're ever so slightly back, but they need more. It's 8-4. For a timing, ENCE to go. They go for the swing right now. Crouch in the corner. Magisk gets a few pot shots off, but no more than that. He's down to 40 HP off the back of it. Snappy, he said himself that he wasn't happy with how he has held ramp in a couple of the previous games for Falcons. But he does the right thing there. And actually, the bomb is completely going to get planted in the smoke, surprisingly.
Yeah, 3 versus 5 here for ENCE to try to make this one work, but they're just losing their heads. Eventually, Glaive will answer back with the kill, but there has to be much more where that came from for ENCE. Glaive and Poddy to work in tandem, and it's not like they can play the long game either. They just run straight into Glaive. He's able to find himself 3, eventually does get cut down, and now it's on the youngster. It's on Poddy to try and win this all-important pistol round for ENCE. He's got the first of 2 Sunpires, desperately trying to find that kill, looking to hunt him. He doesn't have a kit, he's tapped to the fuse, but Poddy holds his nerve, and I don't think there's time here for Sunpires. He'll desperately try and hold on, but it's not gonna happen. Glaive and Poddy have made it happen in the 2 versus 5.
Oh, hell yeah, ENCE. We've got a game now. Poddy. 3 MP9s, as you say. These sort of rounds can be super, super scary, and already Magisk with the deagle. He's removed Glaive. I have to say, fair play to Glaive. That pistol round has helped a lot. He was 0-7 in this game. He's now 8-11. He stepped it up individually toward the end of that first half as well.
Yeah, and that's coincided with the turn in form here for ENCE as well. But he's got a big job to do, not only with the fragging, but got to call a pristine T-side here as well. Again, ENCE going to find themselves in towards this lower bomb site. Madden, the first points of contention, will be dealt with. Poddy continues to do work in this lower site, but job's not done by any stretch of the imagination. 3 versus 3. ENCE will get themselves in towards the site, but they haven't been able to get enough space for the bomb plant just yet. Damage continues to come through, and ENCE might switch up the direction because Falcons have now rotated down.
Oh, I mean, there's so much intel now for Falcons. If they go up the vent, it's straight into Dupree. Honestly, I would favor Falcons in this position in this round, despite Magisk being so low. It's countered by the fact that Goofy's only 20 himself. Oh, so much damage now done to SDY. That MP9 is gone, though. And Dupree is going to try and pounce on this timing. He's got 2 low HP players right in front of him. This could be Dupree again for Falcons. Opens the door, takes 1, and plays time. 10 seconds on the clock. ENCE need to somehow pick up that bomb and plant it safe. But I'm not sure Dupree is going to let them go for it. He's going to continue to fake it, actually. He's waiting for Magisk. I thought he might just pounce there and take the opportunity because Magisk is so far away.
Oh, so far, man. Eventually, he will be able to join up here with Dupree, but he's shift walking as he gets closer. And now they will try and change up the direction with which they're going to retake in towards us. B-bomb side, Poddy able to get 1, and now it's only the low HP SDY. Dupree looking to try and do it all here. He's gotten 2 kills in the round already, and he does expect SDY to be playing around the silo. Great stuff coming through from Dupree as Falcons pick up the force buy.
Once again, Dupree for Falcons. Great recovery. I thought he'd missed his opportunity when he didn't pounce on that something called. We're not to know. Oh, that little jump spotting from Snappy.
I don't think he's seen him yet.
The door's open, but Dupree just found 3 off camera. Goodness me. Glaive is trying his best to recover it, and he gets 3 of his own. The 2 legends going back and forth with each other, but Snappy is here. He hears SDY making a lot of noise with that Galil, and as you say, 12 seconds. This is really awkward for ENCE. They're going to have to go up the vent, and there's the high HP SDY. Run down is Glaive by Magisk, and that was some fun round, but unfortunately for Falcons once again.
ENCE wouldn't have much to work with going into what should be the last of the half, so everything hinging on this round right now for ENCE.
I think Sunpires just missed that little jump onto the outside box there. That might change the plan of what they want to do outside for Falcons, but Snappy, you mentioned his ramp holds. He's managed to find himself one more, and that's a really well-timed Incendio. But of course, ENCE, no, they've got him locked in that corner. Poddy holding that tight angle, not wanting to let him escape. But Snappy has managed to cross it. He's doing great damage back in return. Poor old Poddy.
Oh, he knew he was just tripping him down, man. Death by 1,000 paper cuts. Thankfully, Poddy will be able to get out of dodge, but he will limp his way back to safety. Glaive not looking too healthy either. And it's not like ENCE have anything going for them, mate. There's no map control to speak of. 50 seconds played in the round already. Sure, it's an even numbers game. And there's going to be some re-aggression coming through from Falcons right now. Poddy was ready for it, but he can't do anything about it.
To keep Falcons off of map point. In 25 seconds, they may have control down to a double door, but of course, Kylar on his lurk is still quite a long way away. Snappy, the only thing that could go ENCE's way is that Snappy, of course, is very low from earlier on. So one kill straight away is enough to get the plant for ENCE.
Yeah, and you've got the player outside as well. Good kill coming through from Kyler Dupree. He's just going to have to pack his bags and call it a day. Very good read and a great call out of ENCE to get themselves in towards that B bomb site. Especially after the ramp progression, they really only had the one option available, and it's going to work out for them.
Get cleared out of that angle.
The thing is they wouldn't know whether players have crossed or not because they didn't have a line of sight the entire time. That's why Madden's been forced to rotate down into secret. So just because ENCE have played this as slow as they have, they forced some re-rotations, and now Snappy's going to be feeling the pressure. Great kill coming out of Kyler. They're trying to pre-fire Sunpius as well, who will be forced backwards. 20 seconds on the clock. ENCE now pivot back in the opposite direction. Lots of chopping and changing going on right now for ENCE as they look to try and get themselves in towards the bomb site. 12 seconds. They are leaving this one incredibly late right now. Sunpius only good for one. Matos has to go huge, but it is not enough. It is going to be from Madden, though. Potentially he's gotten him off the bomb plant. It has to be the kill from Poddy. Matos runs out of ammo, but Poddy will hold it down and win the round for his team.
Oh my word. The only way that he could win it was doing it with the frag, and he made it happen. What a round. 12 seconds, and so much happened after that 12-second mark. Unbelievable.
For a team who have been together for as short as ENCE have, they sure do have some good synergy and coordination there. Good composure, despite the lack of time.
And Poddy does everything here. He not only takes the trade on Sunpius, he clears up the rafters player. Can sometimes feel that Falcons have shown them to be a little bit of a one-trick pony.
You can bet yourself a top dollar that a Falcons play against Complexity in the grand final, Vertigo will certainly feature. Either way, Madden will find an opening frag, but that is just the one kill out of him. A good activation from Snappy, but ENCE are going to be applying a lot of pressure on towards the bomb side. Whether they can break the defense or not is yet to be seen, and it's looking difficult for them. Poddy's even been tagged. Magic gloves this angle. He'll get the kill, not for free, but eventually it does come through, and no chance for Poddy. Falcons will breathe a sigh of relief as they've been able to get themselves up to map point.
Yeah, whether Magisk is on the rafters or top hut, he loves that angle directly above the hut door. And that is a little change-up the Falcons have clearly put into place. Snappy is more of the rotator from ramp, the hell player, more than the back ramp player. But Madden goes for a reload. Brave indeed, but gets away with it. And now 5 versus 3. And starting to flag. And Magisk will get another important anchor kill. They know where Goofy is. He is so very stuck. He may take Snappy, but now naded down to 5 HP, and he'll get removed by Madden. It's once again, though, a top fragging performance from Dupree to take Falcons.
They're looking to brawl their way through this pistol round.
Yeah, I always prefer to see a defuse kit. Not this time. And Goofy, he'll already remove Dupree. As you like to say, the slate has certainly been wiped clean, and ENCE can forget about the first map and work on this second. You know they are by no means out of it. Sunpius will manage to deal with Kylar, but these long ranges of the USPs, Magisk just keeping himself stock solid toward Ninja, and he takes Poddy beautifully. The first kill may have come through for ENCE, but that is all they took.
Yeah, ENCE would have been licking their lips after they get that opening kill from Goofy onto Dupree. They feel like they would have created some space with that frag, taking down the Palace player, denying information for Falcons, but just some clean taps there coming through from the rest of the Falcons players means they make that pistol round look easy. This was the frag from Goofy, double dink, no problem at all. Sunpius had even spotted the second player in lowest, who is able to relay the info through to Magisk, who is so composed in the corner.
Exactly, just feeling so confident to go for a peek on what was a pretty tough angle. And Magisk, that instant tap on the Tetris player was
Yummy.
dirty. Those are the most satisfying in CS2 without a doubt.
Also looking to take the bait away from Sunfires with the Julie's. Not a great set of pistols to have considering they're playing against the Force, but he's still been able to find himself a double kill, 2 pistols, 2 kills. It's only SDY left remaining. Unfortunately for ENCE, the rug has been pulled from underneath them and they've just been steamrolled on their Force buy.
Oh, well, this is a start from Falcons. At least. It looks like Glaive is going to try and take some presence toward B, some advancement very early on, but dupreeh off the back of it, how clean is that on toward SDY and almost adjust on toward Kylar as well. It's a really important trade, especially as they were split up slightly. No. Snappy got the support of Sunpius once again, and you can't afford to give Sunpius chances at hitting shots like that. He's hit thousands of those in his career. Snappy will help out toward Glaive as well. Poddy tagged down ever further, but he will at least find Snappy. It's going to have to be all Kylar though. Nice clear of Madden. Beautiful shot on Sunpius. And it is all Kylar. Magisk 1v2.
Very good adjustment coming through from Kylar. He was fully prepared for that second swing to come through from the market door.
I've basically played my whole life as a B anchor on Mirage. If you've got support especially, that gets you 3 kills. Glaive. dupreeh. Straight up the ladder.
Oh, bypassed.
And yeah, Glaive, he'll get past, but problem is they're losing numbers. Snappy now dealing with players coming in from short is usually the hardest place when you're in that particular jail position, but he does it really well.
Yeah.
And Sunpius will make sure he gets one more to add to the tally too. Poddy, this is a save.
I do like the decision there from the ENCE player. I didn't catch exactly who it was, but to just run past dupreeh and not actually try and take that fight.
Ever present. And will always deliver for you. SDY will try and launch his way in with the Tech 9. And Snappy just being patient. SDY has made that noise and dropped down, then just stayed stock solid in the smoke.
Oh, look at this from Poddy. He's hoping he can find something with the attention being taken away. Unfortunately for him, he activates a second too early, and that's going to mean the AWP is now on the deck. It is recoverable, and the bomb's on the same bomb site as well. So a plant looks likely at this point. There isn't much life left in that jungle smoke, so they have to try to take advantage of it as soon as possible. And Glaive brings it back to an even numbers game. There's still time to play with here for ENCE as well. They don't have to make any commitments, and Glaive does love a reposition. He loves to try and change things up on the fly. And even though they were on that A bomb site, he just completely departed the scene altogether.
Yeah, they had time in the round to go back and recollect that AWP, right? So why not? No point just leaving it there.
And there
Goofy
we go.
will make use of it. He not only gets the AWP, he takes down the AWP of Sunpius. So Snappy and dupreeh need to find a way to work back into this one. They are still keeping themselves around the A bomb site. Snappy jiggle peeking toward jungle, and now he sees a pistol. Does he go for a swing? He most certainly will. And he recovers into a 2v2.
Oh, they're never going to expect the CT play, although now he's been spotted. Goofy misses a key shot, and Glaive just doesn't have the health to try and make this one work. Of course, he will have a crack at it. Quite important that he dies before the timer if he is going to go down here. Is there a world in which Falcons just give up the clock here initially? There we go. Glaive forced off the plant. I mean, even if he gets the kill on dupreeh, there's no way for him to plant the bomb afterwards. The Falcons were guaranteed the round, have played that second semi-final and be a bit warmer going into the grand final. You can make arguments for both sides of the coin.
And I gotta say, if we do get a Complexity Falcons grand final, which is where we're heading at the moment, the battle between dupreeh and Elige could be pretty tasty.
A battle as old as time itself, mate. Astralis versus Liquid, that one goes back many a year.
Mate, wouldn't that be something? In the year 2024, both of them playing as well as ever.
Yeah, that year of 2019, that rivalry between the two of them has been one of the sickest rivalries of all time. Of course, Astralis besting them nearly every single time, but it was still almost always an entertaining series between them.
Liquid got their Grand Slam. They got their reward for their hard attempts, of course, in 2019. I believe the quickest Grand Slam still, if I'm not mistaken. Madden will choose to aggress with his teammate support, and Sampayas goes diving in for another. A little bit aggressive, but when you're confident in your teammates being in good areas, then seemingly no issue. Poddy is 1v3.
I mean, Madden did fall back when Sampayas went forward, so there's a little bit of that miscommunication that we've been highlighting on the cast and on the desk as well, where sometimes it just seems like the players aren't exactly on the same page, but it's not going to cost them much here. At least I was assuming so. Snappy surprisingly goes down there to Poddy, who's going to get in towards the B bomb site, just not going to expect Madden to be as close as he is, and he just flies forward to deny the bomb plant. And that will be a 6th round on the board now for Falcons as they continue to do damage here on Mirage.
Falcons are feeling good. Sampayas, I was going to say there might be a chance he survives, but a second molly will come in and does mean he has to use that smoke. Kylar's already up though. Magic's managed to find one. But SDY is doing great damage from Palace here. Quick rotation coming through, but Madden stands tall once again. 2v3, sure, SDY. Okay, hang on a moment. Poddy, he's found another. And once again, Poddy's individual level's been super good. Snappy, he's just been seen by Poddy, and he finds another one. Triple kill, and Sampayas is suddenly thrust into a 1v2.
Yeah, Poddy is just doing it all here in this round. He's also got the bomb on his back, and Sampayas is hoping he can make a read and find himself on the correct side of the map, but
it was a step up for Poddy that we were hoping would deliver. He's going to need to peek wide from that angle, though. He can't afford to stay there, and that's why Madden is in support. MP9 Snappy needs one, but he struggles on this angle. Oh, it's ugly, but it doesn't matter because all of his teammates are bailing him out. Can you believe?
He was just taking the bait, man. He was the bait on the end of the fishing rod that Dupree had cast into the wilderness, and he catches himself 3 wild ENCE players. It's ironic because then Snappy pulls out the USP and hits the first bullet headshot. Either way.
I'm at risk of sounding like a broken record, but this part of the broken record sounds sick. And that's Dupree. Again, he's 14-4.
Yeah, what
he's having an incredible tournament, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Getting better and better as things go on, evidently, and he knows that he has to peak at the right time. Poddy, the one shining light here for ENCE on Mirage so far, has been able to find an important opening kill. Goofy's doubled down as well. And ENCE are showing that they still have life left in them yet here on Mirage.
Madden, 20 HP. He hears everything going on around him while he lingers in this smoke. Will finally fade, but Kylar keeps a close eye on it smartly. It puts Dupree. Got a few players poking and prodding, but not really going too deep onto it. We need to be careful. Hang on a second. Ooh. Spooky.
They've got to give themselves something to work with going into that second half, and Madden already in that top mid smoke, waiting for utility, waiting for support perhaps, or just waiting for his opponents to take control and then potentially discount the fact that there could be someone here. Smoke starts to just dwindle. It will begin to fade. Madden becomes exposed. Gunfight offered up to him, and he's good for a kill. A little bit of damage afterwards, but you know what? ENCE aren't going to mind that.
Yeah, that's fine. Madden will commit to that play, get his reward, but it's only a small one.
Perhaps trying to emulate what he was doing yesterday, you know.
Indeed.
Sometimes can be guilty of forcing it a little bit much when you try and follow up the heroics you had from the day before. Either way, great clearance from Goofy.
Oh, that's so frustrating for Dupree. He sees the gun barrel, and you can see in the player cam what he thought of that. That was a great opportunity, and this now getting out of hand slightly for Falcons. 7-5, very, very doable. This round's not done just yet as well, because Snappy's got himself into a nice position here, but if he holds a wide angle, he's going to be too late, and yes, now he is known about. If he got himself in toward this pillar, I think he would have had a chance, but as you can see, he has to hold down the massive strafe. And Glaive and Goofy will just stick together and take him down.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. I thought Snappy would just try and snake his way into the bomb site and then maybe try catch a player off guard, but caught out in the open, just transitioning his position.
The sound cues, they were all running in through the apartments, right? I mean, as you say, if he chooses to play site, maybe he can play some sound cues and possibly take one cheeky kill, deny a plant, dancing around the empty pillar. But again, we have all the info and he doesn't. And look at what Falcons are planning here. Something slightly different on this final round of the half, and their timing for this could be really, really good.
I like the read here from Sunpius because he's shown his hand in towards middle, and then he's immediately pivoted. He's trying to stay one step ahead of the game right now, and ENCE, they're setting themselves up for a big exec. We haven't seen this yet from them throughout the entirety of the half. Smoke cleared out. Snappy gets the first. Sunpius has already been able to affect the defense as well. Is that enough to dissuade ENCE from committing? It doesn't look like it. Sunpius, he's going to have to shotgun up his way forward. No, never mind. He's been burned to a crisp. Dupree, though, has been able to rotate through. He doesn't want to give up the jig. The fact that he's in this bomb site, he's trying to delay the fight as long as he possibly can. Head offered up and Sculpt taken. Now it's about trying to get out of that position. More time continues to be bought here as well. Magisk has even rotated through, so there's an extra player now on the defense for Falcons, and he will affect the defense.
Expert defense from Dupree. All the experience, working to perfection, and Falcons will find 8. They're getting ever closer to that grand final and Pro League.
Need to win the pistol round to set things in motion here in a favorable fashion, and SDY with the Julies is in the perfect place.
Gonna have to deliver. Lots of bullets to work with, but gets removed by Dupree again. Ooh. And Madden and Magisk pounce and a timing together. Brilliant take from Falcons. Carlo's going to try and do something with this, dropping in towards Sandwich, but he's been spotted out. He's going to get caught by Magisk as well.
Yeah, damn.
So many protocols from Falcons, all falling into place. And I didn't want to say it because I love the guy, and he's, of course, our defending Jönköping champion, but SDY 1-11 in this map.
Yeah, paging SDY. He has gone missing, unfortunately. We need to put some missing signs up in Jönköping because he's certainly not on the server right now, not in the way that we know he's capable of. Falcons just trying to apply some pressure towards that B bomb site, just keep ENCE guessing as to where this round is going to end up. And those players who are stacked up right now are going to have to get a bit of a move on to find some information. Unfortunately, all they found is lead.
Sunpius will find Kylar. It's just the four-sport MP9 of SDY who hadn't gone checked. Sadly for him, it's only the one.
You know, if it wasn't for Poddy, I know that this is a one-sided scoreline, but it could be even more brutal if he hadn't been able to have the impact we've seen from him so far. They've won 2 best-of-1s to get themselves into the semi-final. Can they find a way to make this one work? Can they recover on Mirage? There's a big defense that's going to be required here on towards the safe bomb site. Glaive not mollied out of position, so he will catch the first off guard, but the kills come through regardless for Falcons, able to just brawl their way forward. The AWP misses the shot as well, and now they're aware of Poddy's position. Oh, Kyler's gone down. SDY desperately rotating across to try join up with his teammate, but they've got nothing to work with.
The Falcons trades are so good, man. This is a lot better team play on this map especially that I've seen from Falcons. Great improvement. There's something to shout about for them here. And clearly there's the other side of the argument that ENCE aren't ready yet.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to do so much good for Falcons' confidence though.
For sure, especially against the storied old friend in Glaive.
Yeah, even just to cap off the season in this fashion, man.
Indeed. It's been a horrible season for Falcons. See, Madden's so ready there on the corner of Tetris for that quick trade on Glaive.
Yeah, it's what makes it so brutal is that the CT's had the numbers stacked up, man.
Oh, Poddy, good catch, but there's going to need to be a lot more than that. Glaive will find Dupree as well. Falcons will be a little bit lackadaisical in this round, knowing they're on 12, peaking 1 by 1 on a few occasions there. But the round's still on.
Big kill out of Kyler as well. Just looking at this, I was thinking there's no way that ENCE can lose it from the opening kills they get, and SDY catches them fumbling utility and T-spawn. Magisk finds the trade, and a shot here at the clutch. ENCE will not roll over. They're going to fight with everything they've got, and there's no way Magisk is expecting not SDY, it's Goofy, and the kill will come through from him, so ENCE will live to fight for another round. Question is, how much do they have in them, Trav?
What's sad about this performance from ENCE is they've been caught on both maps by streaks from Falcons.
Yeah, and they started poorly as well.
Exactly.
Where do they go with this one? They're just trying to throw a fake as though they're going to pressure connector, but it's actually going to be the B-side hit coming through from the T-side.
SDY, oh, another poor incident from him in this game. A bit shaky, but Poddy, that is a great recovery. Nice flick up on toward Madden, and Glaive has found Snappy too. Great shot from Magisk. Removes Poddy from the equation. He's got some form of control towards the site now as well, alongside Sunpire. He's got the ball on his back, but no longer. See you later.
Yeah, great shot coming through from Kyler, and there's already Goofy who's been able to make his way on towards Catwalk as well, so there's no way for Sunpires to find the result here that he would like. Nothing being offered up by ENCE either, so he's going to have to just try and get back onto that bomb site and find the plant, but of course he'll never be given that space. If he can even activate the C4, that would be a good return, and oh, he does come close. And as he's lowering the bomb to the floor, the kill comes through, and ENCE still fighting.
There are signs, aren't there? There are signs. Poddy's been really good in the clutch and had some great moments. Kylar is still fragging really well, and having that duo of Kylar and Goofy is definitely a win condition for ENCE going into the future with this particular roster. There are signs, and I'm hopeful for them.
Yeah, and they'll be glad. That's what they would have wanted to take away from the event, were signs, were glimpses, were a foundation that they could look to build on going forward. So at least that is a takeaway here for ENCE. They've been able to take Snappy out of the round as well. However, there's your man Dupree. Once again, you just can't keep him out of the action.
Yeah, he took a dink through the panel, the wooden panel there in the apartments, and just gave it a glance to say, how dare you? Walks forward, takes a nade, and still domes Kylar.
He is him, mate.
He is him. He is the him of Counter-Strike history, legitimately.
Yeah.
.4v4. Falcons, another opportunity for that date with Complexity.
I love this call. Just going to be grouping themselves up and looking to waterfall out of Palace. They found the opening kill on Poddy. Goofy has to stand tall, able to find a frag. It's so important he stays alive here. Bomb plant going to be afforded to Falcons. 3 versus 3 on the retake here for ENCE.
Oh, so much damage being done though. Madden now down to 31, but at least he takes that kill onto Glaive very quickly. Dupree lurking through and catches Goofy through the wooden panel. It's all down to SDY. He's had a very, very slow map by his high standards. I think they know where he's positioned as well. It's been glanced at by Madden. He has to leap his way in, and Madden will take it. Falcons are your second grand finalists of ESL Challenger Jönköping.
Yeah, evidently getting better and better as the tournament goes on, and they have booked themselves a spot in that grand final against Complexity.